and welcome to yoga. Happy Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and get started. Go ahead and sit comfortably, please. Drop your shoulders down your back and close your eyes. And take a deep breath in and out. It might be helpful to sigh with that exhale if you need to. Just feeling yourself settle into the present moment. This body sitting here on the ground. All of the sensations, the kaleidoscope of sensations inside, the ones that are painful and uncomfortable or sore, the spaces and experiences in your body that are soft and open and relaxed already, the neutrality or gray zone in between those extremes. And just letting it all be here because it can't be different. So let's just allow there to be a sense of acceptance that this body, as it is right now, is where I am. And that same kind of present quality can be brought to your mind as well. So take a moment and just notice, how is the mind doing today? Maybe it feels chaotic or slow, lethargic, both. Maybe it feels calm and peaceful or something else. What emotions and feelings are present in your mind? The kaleidoscope of experiences of the mind that you can have in a single moment. And again, though we might wish for the mind or the body to be different, this is where we are. So honoring that, accepting that this is reality for now. And allowing there to be a steadiness to your breath here, feeling it flow in and out. And in honoring the reality of the body and the mind, if there's anything here that needs some support through our experience today, just open yourself up to receive that support. You have arrived. You are here. And as you're ready, go ahead and take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together at your heart and bow your chin, honoring yourself again as you are right here in this moment, this body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's in service of all of that that we practice. So rubbing the palms together. Bring the heated palms over your eyes, brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, bringing yourself back to the space around us. Excuse me. And we're going to begin today on hands and knees. So go ahead and move any props you have off to the side, and we'll come into table pose. Bringing the hands underneath your shoulders, knees beneath the hips or slightly further back. We'll start with some gentle cat-cow pose. So with your inhale, draw the shoulders down the back and look forward. Feel the tailbone lift. As you exhale, gently round the back, tucking the chin and tail under, feeling the mid-back reach toward the ceiling. And inhale, look forward again, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the back. And just continue to move slowly between these two extremes, beginning to warm up the spine, the neck, the shoulders, the hips, the pelvis. Linking your breath and movement, your action and your intention. And making this movement just a bit more dynamic, inhale, look forward, tail lifts, and exhale, sink back into child's pose, seat down, forehead toward the floor. Inhale, float back up to hands and knees, looking forward, and exhale, sinking back into child's pose once again. And just continue again, inhale, rising up, and exhale, sinking back, moving with your breath and moving at your own pace. This does not have to be quick. Noticing the engagement of muscles to move between these two postures. And let's make this more dynamic now. Inhale up to hands and knees. Please curl the toes under and lift the hips, downward facing dog. And then inhale, float back down onto hands and knees gently. Look forward. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale, floating back down. Release the feet, child's pose. Please continue to move between these three postures. Inhaling to hands and knees. And exhaling to downward facing dog or child's pose, alternating between the two. Being sure to look forward when you come down to hands and knees before transitioning into the next posture. Again, go at your own pace, moving as you breathe, breathing as you move. Let's do just a couple more times, please. And then take your time getting there. But as you land in downward facing dog this next round, go ahead and stay in downward facing dog. Once you're there, feel the hips reach toward the ceiling behind you, flattening out the back. If you'd like to, from there, walk the dog out, pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee, pedaling the feet. Feeling the backs of the legs lengthen as the spine lengthens. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, child's pose, staying for 3 breaths. And with your next inhale, float back up to hands and knees, and downward facing dog. And stay in down dog. Feel the hips again reach toward the ceiling behind you. The knees can bend slightly. And keep the entire body in down dog. Inhale, look at your thumbs. Exhale, tuck the chin and look toward your navel. Inhale, looking forward toward the thumbs. And exhale, looking toward the navel. And just continue to do that on your breath. Looking forward, and then tucking the chin, strengthening and stretching the neck here. A couple more times. And with your next inhale, float again down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Child's pose. Take a breath. Good. Carrying on. Inhale up to hands and knees. Downward facing dog. And in downward facing dog, lift your right leg high into the air behind you. As you lift the right heel high, let the left heel sink down. Stay for 3 breaths. Taking a deep breath in. With your exhale, swing or carry step the right foot between the hands. Help it forward if you need to, and bring the back knee to the ground and release the foot. With your inhale, sweep your arms forward and up, looking up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, bring your hands back down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, back up to hands and knees. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, landing in down dog, lift your left leg high into the air. Let your right heel sink toward the floor. Again, staying for about 3 breaths, spreading the feet in opposite directions. And then taking a deep breath in here. With your exhale, swing or carry step the left foot between the hands, help it through. Back knee to the ground and crescent lunge, lifting up. Good. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. Good. Floating down onto hands and knees. This time, bend your elbows in towards your waist, bring your chest down between your thumbs, hands underneath your shoulders, release the hips back. Grounding your pelvis, lift the head, chest, and legs, locust pose. And exhale, float down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, floating up. And exhale, floating down. We're going to stay up for 3 breaths on this last round. Inhale, locust rise and stay. Head, chest, and legs lifting. Squeezing up through the inner thighs. Heart is looking forward. Deep breath in. And exhale, floating down. Curl the toes under. Push up to hands and knees and back to downward facing dog. We're going to flow all this together. So when you're ready, go ahead and lift your right leg into the air. Exhale, swing or carry step the foot forward. Back knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the hands to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, do a chest press. Bring the chest down to the ground and release the hips. Lifting up locust, head, chest, and legs. Inhale. And exhale, float down. Curl the toes under. Push up and back into downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it on through. Back knee to the ground. Crescent lunge, inhale. Good. And then exhale, hands down, stepping back. We're just going to keep moving. Hands and knees, inhale. Chest press. Round the hips, lift everything else, head, chest, and legs. Exhale, release. Pushing up and back, downward dog. Good. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Back knee down, crescent lunge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down and step back, downward dog. Floating down onto hands and knees. Again, chest press. Hips release, lift into locust, head, chest, and legs. Inhale. Exhale, release down, pushing up and back. Right leg lifts, please. Exhale, step it through, help it forward. Knee down, crescent lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, floating onto hands and knees. Chest press. Round the hips and lift everything else. And release. Pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts and steps. Knee down, crescent lunge, lifting up. Hands down, stepping back. Good, hands and knees. Chest press. Release the hips, ground them. Head, chest, legs, lift, locust. Exhale, down, curl the toes under, push up and back, landing in down dog. Stay and breathe. And then when you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands back to meet your feet coming into the standing forward fold. If you want to, you can grab onto opposite elbows here. Let the knees bend just slightly. Release the head, neck, and shoulders. And find your breath. With your next inhale, press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. With your exhale, float back down. Inhale, pushing halfway up again, palms to shins. Exhale, floating down. One more time, halfway up, inhale. And exhale, floating down. With your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides with a strong back lift all the way up. And release the arms down, palms to heart. Good. So feeling sensation here, your breath rate, your heart rate. Again, that kaleidoscope of feelings in the body, the good, the bad, the ugly. All right, so go ahead and bring your feet about shoulder width apart, so a little bit wider than you might normally have them together. And lift your left arm into the air. With your right hand, reach up and grab the wrist, traction the arm upwards first. And then go ahead and tilt the rib cage to the right. So not from the hips, but from the ribs. Opening the left ribs up a little bit more here. And sometimes when we do this, the left shoulder comes down. Roll that back a little bit more. And try to keep the head in line with the spine. If you can look up. If not, just look forward. It's fine. Good, and then come back up. And release the arms down. Side number 2. Right arm comes up, please. Reach up and grab the wrist, traction upwards first. And again, tilt the rib cage to the left. Roll the right shoulder back just a hair more and breathe. Good, then come back up and release the arms down. You can roll the shoulders back a few times if you'd like to. Forward a few times if you'd like to. Oh, good. Okay, so what we're going to do next is with the feet about hip width apart, I'll ask you to interlace your fingers at your lower back, okay? And then you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together powerfully. Feel the chest open. Lift the arms off the back. Good. Now bend the knees just slightly here. Try to keep the arms tractioning off the back. Fold at the hips, down over your legs, taking the arms off the back and overhead. Again, the knees are bending here. Don't lock them. Feeling the stretch in your lower back. There's also, with the shoulders squeezing together and up towards your neck, just allowing there to be some free blood flow through that region of your body. Good. Staying in the forward fold, release the arms, hands toward the floor. Press palms to shins, come halfway up. And exhale, fold down. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhale, come all the way up to standing. And palms to the heart. Good. So from here, we're going to play around with chair pose. So I'll give you a couple of options. Sometimes it's fun to give you some variations. One's not better than the other. It just depends on what you want to do. So 2 ways to kind of have the feet and knees in chair. You can have the feet and knees apart. So when you come into chair pose, they stay apart. You can have the feet and knees together. So when you come into chair pose, they stay together. What you don't want to do is have the feet apart and the knees buckling. That can get really destabilizing for all joints involved. So pick which one you want to do, knowing you can always change your mind. Just don't knock the knees together if the feet are apart. Cool? Feet stacking underneath the hips. With your inhale, lift your arms up. With your exhale, bend your knees. Sink down into chair pose. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale again, bend the knees, hips traction backwards slightly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale up one more time. Exhale. And then inhale back up and release the arms. So we're going to do that again. I know I said one more time, but we're changing things. It's not exactly the same thing. So let me demonstrate for you first. We'll take the arms overhead, inhale. With your exhale, you'll bend the knees, drop into chair, go a bit further, chest to thighs, fingertips just barely graze the floor. Then we're going to reverse that. You'll lift the chest away from the thighs. Nice back strengthening here as you come back into chair, and then we'll finish standing up. We're just going to keep going down and back up again. You'll love it. All right, when you're ready, inhale, lift your arms up. Keep the arms up by the ears. Exhale, bend the knees, chair pose. Then keep going, chest, thighs, fingertips toward the floor. Inhale, peel the fingertips away from the floor, chest away from the thighs, chair, and then come up to standing. Exhale, sink down, fold down, knees stay bending. Inhale, back up, and then straighten the legs. 3 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Final one. You can do it. And then inhale back up. And then release the arms. Good job. Take an adjusting breath. Take a drink of water if you need to. Okay. So we're going to move into our sun salutation next. And the way that we're going to move into the beginning part is a little bit different than I normally teach. So I'll demonstrate it for you really quickly here, just so that you can see it in my body before you feel it in your own. Okay? So you'll stand at the top of your mat. I'm going to move to the center just for camera's sake. With the inhale, you'll sweep the arms up and overhead. With your exhale, you'll drop the chin and look down. Bring the hands and fingers to interlace at your lower back. Then you'll squeeze the shoulder blades together, inhale and look up. Bending the knees slightly, exhale, you'll fold forward. We'll stay here for an inhale. With the exhale, you bring your hands to the floor, and we'll move on with the exercise, with the sun salutation, okay? I just wanted to see you to see that because it's a little bit more complicated than our normal introductions. So please step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. Feet stacking underneath the hips. And take a moment just to find your breath. As we move through the sun salutation, we try to move with the breath as much as possible. And let's give that a shot. Bring the palms together at the heart. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. With your exhale, drop the chin and look down. Interlace the fingers at your lower back. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, inhale, look up. Take the arms off the back. Softly bend the knees. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward, arms overhead. Stay for the inhale. And then exhale, release the hands toward the floor. Palms to shins, halfway up, inhale. And exhale, release down. Please step your right foot way back. Back knee to the floor. Crescent lunge, inhale, lift the arms up and look up. And with your exhale, bring your hands down. Step the back foot forward, standing forward fold. Bending the knees deeply, go ahead and sweep the arms forward and up into chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach up. And then swan dive, exhale, fold forward and down. Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, release, step the left foot way back. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, again, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhale, come all the way up to standing. And palms together at the heart. Good, let's do that again with that complicated intro. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, interlace the fingers at the lower back, look down. Lift the arms off the back, puff the chest, look up, inhale. And then exhale, fold forward, soft knees here. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, release the arms, hands to the floor. Inhale, palms to shins halfway up. Exhale, fold. Please step your left foot back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down and step the left foot forward. Good, bending the knees deeply, sweep the arms forward, coming up into our chair pose, staying for the exhale. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale, swan dive and fold. Palms to shins. Lengthening the spine here. Exhale, fold down, step the right foot way back, knee to the floor, crescent lunge. Beautiful. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Palms to shins. And exhale, fold. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Keeping this moving, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, interlace the fingers at the lower back, look down. Lift the arms off the back, squeeze the shoulders together, look up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Palms to shins, halfway up. And down. Right foot steps. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms forward up into chair. Stay for the exhale. Lift and fold. Palms to shins. And down, step the left foot back, please. Knee to the ground, inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down and step forward. Again, palms to shins, halfway up. And exhale, release. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Couple more times, we can do it. Inhale, sweep up. Interlace the fingers at the lower back, exhale, look down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, look up. Exhale, fold. Deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms. Palms to shins. And down. Step the left foot back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands down and step forward. Good. Bending the knees deeply, chair pose. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Lifting up. Folding forward. Good. Halfway up. And release. Step the right foot way back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands down and step forward. Palms to shins again. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Palms to the heart. Last round. Inhale, sweep up. Interlace at the lower back, look down. Lift the arms off the back, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. And then release the arms. Palms to shins. And exhale, release, step the right foot back. Knee down, crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down, step forward. Good. Bend the knees deeply, chair pose. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, swan dive. Halfway up. And down, left foot steps. Knee on the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, hands down, step forward. Again, halfway up. And exhale, fold down. Let's do that 2 more times. Halfway up, inhale. And fold. Halfway up. And fold. Staying in the forward fold. Again, knees bending just slightly here. If you want to, like before, you can grab opposite elbows. And releasing the hands toward the floor. With your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides. Nice strong back coming all the way up. Inhale. And palms together at the heart. Take an adjusting breath. Just feel sensations. What's going on in your body, your breath, your mind. Just checking in, not making any astute observations, really. All right. So when you're ready, I'll ask you to please take your feet wide apart on your yoga mat and have the toes pointing directly forward, not out to the side. If anything, the toes are turning inward just slightly. This will give you more access to the backs of your legs and your lower back. All right. As always, we don't lock the joints, so the knees are just slightly bending here. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and up. With your exhale, hinge at the hips and fold down over your legs. Good. Breathing here for just a few rounds. With your hands or fingertips on the floor, I'll ask you to walk your hands towards your right foot, reaching especially through the left arm. It's okay to bend the right knee a bit more if you need to here. Good. Then walk the hands back to center. Let's go the other way. Walking the hands to the left, reaching through the right arm. Again, it's okay to bend the left knee a bit more than you did before. Good. Then walking your hands back toward the center, folding down. And then decide which end of your mat is the top of your mat. Because we'll have you turn in that direction and step that foot back into downward facing dog. If none of that made sense, just come into downward facing dog. Feeling some nice length in your spine. In with your inhale, float down onto hands and knees. And exhale, let's do a chest press, bringing the chest down to the ground. Release the hips, coming down onto your belly. Good. All right, so from here, I'll ask you to come up onto your elbows. And the elbows are just about an inch forward of your shoulder joint. Palms and forearms pressing into the floor. Think about lifting your belly and drawing it into the space in front of you, just helping to deepen that back bend. Shoulders sliding down the back. Sphinx pose. Good. Now that we're established in Sphinx, we can take this just a step further and stretch the tops of our thighs, one at a time, of course. So crossing your left arm in front of you, bend your right knee, bring the heel in towards your seat. With your right hand, reach back and grab the base of your toes. Now, when you do that, the right hip is going to pop off the floor. So with a big exhale, roll the right hip back down and then draw the heel in toward the seat. Keep the left arm crossing in front of you, and it's tempting here to drop the head. I'm going to ask you to keep the head lifting and relax your jaw and feel that stretch in the right quad or the top of the right thigh. Keep thinking about grounding the right hip bone to the ground. And of course, we're breathing. Good. Now, when you let go, be careful. Don't slingshot it to the floor. Let the right hip pop up a little bit, then gently let that right foot go back down. Feel sensation in that right leg. And then we'll do the other side, crossing your right arm in front of you. Bend the left knee, heel coming in towards your seat. Reach back with the left hand and grab the base of the toes. Now, again, the hip up pops up off the floor, so roll the left hip back down and draw the heel in toward your seat. And feel whatever it is there for you to feel. Keep the head lifting if you can. Keep breathing if you can. I should say keep breathing even if you can't. It's kind of essential here. And keep the left hip grounding down toward the floor. Just another couple breaths. And again, when you release, don't slingshot it down, but gently release that left leg. Crossing your arms in front of you, you can bring the head down onto the arms for a moment. Just feel sensation in both legs. And from here, you're going to bend both knees. So your soles of the feet pointing toward the ceiling and just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, letting them be loose all the way up into the hip socket. And it's just a good way to relieve the lower back if there's any tension or crunchy feeling in that region of your body. Of course, we're breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Release the legs down and take your time. We're going to transition into downward facing dog one more time. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, pushing up and back to feel some length in the spine here. Always good to do after deep belly back bending. Again, you can bend your knees a bit more than you normally do. Shoot the hips toward the ceiling behind you to maximize that length in the spine. And after a few deep breaths, you can gently float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, child's pose. In child's pose, if you want to, you can take your knees a bit further apart and let the belly and heart sink between the knees, forehead to the floor. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and take a deeper breath and walk your hands back, coming up to a seat. And we just have a few more exercises to do, and we'll do them on our backs tonight. So go ahead and take your time as you recline down onto your back. Once you're there, it might feel good to hug the knees into your chest. And then keeping the knees drawn in, take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with the body. If there's something in the way of you doing that, you could always do cactus arms instead. But keeping the knees and the ankles close together, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, drop your knees to your right side. Keep the shoulders grounded. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, take the knees to the left. Inhale, unwind. Exhale to the right. Inhale, unwind. And exhale to the left. And just keep going from side to side for just a few more rounds. Inhaling back to center and allowing that exhale to take you deeper into the twist. And as I mentioned just a moment ago, try to keep the shoulders grounded to the floor as best you can. And if it feels okay on your neck tonight, and it's okay if it doesn't, but if it feels okay, you can turn your chin away from the knees or the opposite direction of the knees. Now take your time getting there, but as the knees go to the right this time, you can relax them down and stay. Think about grounding your left shoulder and arm. Your chin might turn to the left, or it might not. You could also rest your right hand on your left thigh. Aware of the inhale, aware of the exhale. Take your time, but as you're ready, inhale, carefully unwind. And taking a breath in center. And when you're ready for side number two, go ahead and drop the knees to the left. Feel your right shoulder and arm ground. Maybe your chin turns to the right, and maybe the left hand comes to rest on top of the right thigh. Breathing here. Good. With your next inhale, carefully unwind. And then bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip width apart. Prepping for bridge pose. Your arms can rest down by your sides now. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift your hips into the air, pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. And then exhale, gently bring the hips back down to the floor. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, lifting the hips. Exhale, releasing down. Inhale and exhale. We're going to stay this time. Inhale, lift the hips into the air, pressing the pelvis toward the ceiling. Breathe. Think about your sternum, your breastbone coming closer to your chin, just deepening that back bend on the upper back as well here. Squeezing the glutes, feet flat on the floor. 3, 2, press up to your highest point. Inhale. And one. Exhale, release the hips down to the floor. Good. And hug your right knee into your chest. Good. Then flexing the right foot, bring the right ankle to the center of the left thigh. Good. Keep the right foot flexed here. Pressing the left foot into the floor, go ahead and lift the hips again, coming into half bridge. Pressing the left hip bone toward the ceiling. Staying for about 4 breaths here. Pressing up to your highest point. And exhale, carefully bring the hips back down. And go ahead and uncross the right leg. Good. Doing the other side, bring the left knee into your chest. And pulling the toes back again, flexing the foot, protecting the joints. Bring the left ankle center of the right thigh. Keep that foot flexed. Press the right foot into the floor and lift the hip, the right hip that is, toward the ceiling. About 4 breaths total. And pressing up to your highest point. And exhale, releasing the hips back down. Carefully uncross. Good. Bring both knees into your chest now. And bring the soles of the feet together in butterfly, holding on to the shins, the ankles, or maybe even the pinky edge of your feet. Let the knees flay wide. Hips are opening here. And we'll come back into this pose in just a moment. Before we do, go ahead and hold on to the pinky edge of each foot with the respective hands. The right hand holds onto the right foot, left foot, you get what I'm saying. And then you're going to take the feet apart so that the soles of the feet point toward the ceiling. Your knees are just wide of your armpits. And then pull the feet downward. Now, in some cases here, the lower back is really rolling up off the floor. So if that's happening for you, just think about rolling it back down. It's okay if it doesn't happen. There's a little bit of traction in the lower back that can happen here if you roll the tailbone back down. Again, we're breathing. Little happy baby pose. Breathe. And when you're ready, bring the soles of the feet together again. Again, you can hold on to the pinky edge or the ankles, the shins, but just draw the feet in toward your body, knees going wide. And when you feel complete here, bring the knees together and hug them in, holding on to your shins. Good. And when you feel complete in this posture, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor to rest. Making any final adjustments in your body to feel comfortable here. And as you do so, have the heels about mat width apart, nice wide splay of the legs, toes falling out to the sides. This just helps to open up the hips. And your arms are resting down by your sides. Your wrists are about a foot away from your hips, palms face up. This allows the shoulders to relax. Soften your jaw, maybe even allowing there to be a little bit of space between the rows of teeth. Let there be a softness to your eyes as well. The eyelids meeting but not squeezing together. And just feel your body relax here. No longer in the pursuit of anything, no longer efforting, but just being. And if you sense any resistance to that idea, just remind yourself that this is time that you have intentionally set aside in your day to not have to do anything. It's already budgeted for. And so for the next 5 or so minutes, you don't have to do anything. Just let go. And if the mind wants something to do, it can track the breath, aware of the inhale and aware of the exhale. peace, peace. Peace. Please begin to take a deeper, fuller breath, making some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs, slowly bringing your body back to the space around you. As you're ready, you can roll gently to your right side, coming up to a seat when you feel complete here. And once you've made it to a seat, bring your palms together and lower the chin. And honor yourself for the work that you've done here tonight, feeling gratitude for the effort that you put forth. And may that effort and this practice continue to serve you. And so until we meet again, namaste.